we already heard the news about Antonio Pierce, who I didn't think he was going to last. And we talked about it yesterday when he said that they hadn't said anything to me, so I'm going to just go on about my business. Now right away, when you finish 4-13, them not saying anything ain't a good thing.
No.
Okay? Because they need to say to you, dude, you're good.
It was a rough season. Don't worry about it. We knew we were going to have
quarterback. You're going to be all right. We're going to get you some help. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
When he said they haven't said anything to me, so I'm going to just go about my daily business, I was like, dude, he's done.
Yeah.
Okay?
He said what else is he supposed to say? But
no, I don't
he
know
knows
yet,
the answer.
Because not saying anything is not the answer. Not when you finish 4-13. No. They got to either say, yes, you're coming back with a statement, or no, you're not.
And especially when they wait the full duration of the season, too. You know what I mean? If they wait that long and you're 4-13,
they just didn't want to do it on Black Monday. I mean, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Well, right? They just figured they'll do it on Black Tuesday.
Well, you got to say, that sounded racial.
It is racial.
I know.
Okay.
Just wanted to make sure we hit that.
We good.
I have a dream that one day black coaches will get more than 1 year. I have a dream because 4 of the last 6 who've been fired after 1 year coaching have been black. You know that? 4 of the last 6 have been black. Only get one shot, 1 year.
We already know, okay, there's a different set
of rules.
Not rules, but leash. It's a shorter leash, okay? Yeah. But it doesn't mean that white coaches haven't been fired after 1 year.
There's a long list. There's a list of them.
And all I'm going to say is, like, when Nathaniel Can't Hackett got fired, he deserved it. Didn't you think right away? He can't coach.
We knew it.
We knew that week 1.
We talked about that yesterday. There's certain times.
Like, you looked at him
and you go, you ain't it.
Hey, Urban Meyer, who's a legendary college coach, got 1 year. He's got the chick on his lap, all that other stuff, right? What happened to him? He got 1 year in Jacksonville.
Yep. I mean,
it ain't like it never happened.
Oh, no, it happens. I mean, there's a full list of it. Like I said, it includes everybody, white guys, black guys, without a doubt. Antonio Pierce, he had a couple things not going in his favor.
Frank Wright got fired after 1 year.
Yep, Frank Wright. No. There's a list for sure. But when you are in America, I mean, you got a little pause, make you survey everything, make sure everything is everything. Antonio Pierce, couple things to me. One, if you don't walk into a situation with a quarterback paired to one, you're kind of in a doomed situation, because what do we always say, and you always love to bring it up, if you ain't got a quarterback, you ain't got nothing. So if you walk into a head coaching job without a quarterback, you already know the clock's ticking and this ain't going to go well, because you can't succeed without a quarterback. Now, the only other thing you can hope to have is the buy-in of the locker room, the buy-in of ownership, the buy-in of general managers, so that they can say what we just said. Look, man, it's going to be rough. We know this. We didn't bring you into the best situation, but we believe in you. We're going to ride this thing out, a la Dan Campbell, right? You can start off bad, start off rough, 0-10-1. Then you only went 3 or 4 games the first year, and you keep building this thing up. You went 8 the next year, and we see where we're going.
Yeah, but they have Matt Patricia in the same thing. They gave him 3 years, and it didn't work out.
Right, so but what I'm saying is, like,
it ain't that
it's
automatic,
not a guarantee.
Right, that if somebody has a bad first year, you stick with them.
No. I'm saying if you don't have that, that's what I'm saying. If they're not all in, like, we know it's about to be bad. We know it's going to be rough. Don't even worry about that. We're sticking with you. A la the way the Steelers run it. They have 3 coaches in like 70 years, because good, bad, and different, they kind of know you're our guy. We trust and believe in you, whether we win a playoff game or we don't. Whether we go to Super Bowl or we don't, you're kind of our guy.
But I would say and push back and say Mike Tomlin, for all he's done, no playoff win in 8 years is a long time, for an organization like that. Like, okay, Mike, we got it. You finish over 500. Can we get a win? Can you mix in a playoff win and a salad?
And I've said this year, I'm like, that this will be the year where it's kind of like, all right, Mike, there's really no excuse. You had the quarterback that you chose. You had 2, actually, and you chose, and you got the defense, you got the running. Like, what is the issue this year?
They're not beating the Ravens, so it's going to be bad.
No, the only thing would be, you said the Vikings, the Lions can't beat them 3 times in a row. I mean, this will be the 3rd time that they've played, and it's like, is this –
but it's not 3.
They're not 3. But I'm saying playing a team for the 3rd time it's a difficult thing for anybody.
I just don't think where the Steelers are.
Look, the Ravens shouldn't lose to anybody except the Lions, and I'm just being biased, because that often when Lamar's Lamar,
they're rolling right now.
And the defense is key. They've come back around.
Right. Because early on it was bad.
Yeah, they
talked
figured
about
it out.
Those Bengals games where they gave up 9 touchdowns in 2 games to Joe Burrow.
Man, that's ridiculous to get 9.
But they did win both games.
They did, and that's even more ridiculous. But to go back to Antonio Pierce, I just think it was a doomed situation when you don't have a quarterback. And look at the division he is.
But I knew going in. This is the thing I told Rob G, and I said it. I didn't like that they used the end of last year as the reason
the
to hire
rallying
him.
point.
Because my thing was, why aren't you interviewing other people first? And I'm not saying he might be the guy once you bring in 3 or 4 people. I didn't like that they just turned over the job to him because former player, all that.
A couple of wins at the end.
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Like when the season's over. You got to be careful with that.
Here's the thing, though, Rob. You're not wrong. This is what the Raiders do. When have they gotten it right? This is the third coach year after year after year they fired. I mean, they just fired him after 1 full year.
I didn't like when they hired Josh McDaniels. I didn't like the guy.
And
The guy got
most
caught,
people didn't.
Guy got caught cheating in Denver. Remember with
Yeah.
the Spygate? He got caught cheating in Denver. And if you take away the first 6 games, Rob G, didn't he win like his first 4 games in
Talking about Denver, yeah.
Yeah, if you take away that hot
Start,
yeah, it was a disaster in Denver.
So this is what I'm saying, though, when you talk about, I didn't like the idea that they kind of, hired him or didn't interview anybody else. This is what they don't know what they're doing. They're not a very well-run organization. And they've been living off of win, baby, win, and they ain't won in a very long time. They haven't won a postseason game since 2002 when John Gruden was there. And then he tried to come back, and then now John Gruden ain't here, but he might come back. That's neither here nor there. Like, they haven't won a game in so long, a postseason game. So when have they made a move that we all went, yeah, that was the move? When have they made a decision where we go, wow, that seems like this might work? That's just what this is par for the course for the Raiders. Al Davis rolling around his grave right now.
Yeah, it's bad.
You know what? You remember in Color Purple when Celie said, nothing's ever going to go right until you do right by me? She cursed. Until he get a haircut.
What are you talking about, Mark Davis?
Till Mark Davis get a haircut.
Come on, don't be that shallow.
Till Mark Davis get a haircut.
It's all right. The Page Boy is okay. I'm okay with the Page Boy.
Till He-Man is relieved of duty.
No, how about he just decides that he's going to be smart, get the right football people around him, and who knows? Tom Brady's lurking around.
Yeah.
Maybe they got the right guy.
I'm looking at your face right now.
I'm just saying, maybe they got the right guy.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
No, that's a hard maybe for you. And by maybe, you mean no.
Well, I'm not shocked.
No, we all kind of.
And here's the other thing too. If you're Tom Brady and you just put some fresh money into the organization for a piece, 4-13 ain't like, let's run this back, because it was ugly. And even Antonio was a part of it. Remember, he was liking the thing about Devontae Adams, like your coach.
Yes.
There's some stuff that. And here's the other thing, and we don't know. You could sit silent and just say, man, it just didn't work out or whatever. Or if you really want us to lay the cards on the table as an organization, you could do that with Gerard Mayo and you could do it with Antonio Pierce. I'm just talking about it. If you pull the curtain back.
You beat me to where I was
People are coming to practice late.
Max Crosby not happy. He wanted to leave. Your best player on the whole team wanted to get out of there. Devontae Adams wanted to get out. There's something else to it.
Right, and then when you do that, then it's messy because you're going to stop that guy from getting another look. Because you pull it back and go, the sheets are dirty, bro.
Yeah.
Bro. You know, the sheets are dirty. I'm trying to tell you. So that's why sometimes when you don't hear stuff, it
might be
in
your own favor. Look, it ain't working out.
Yep.
Let's move on. Because if I got to go, if stuff start getting out there, it's going to be how you didn't know this. You didn't seem like you knew the game plan.
Yes.
You got all our players feeling like they're not happy. They want to leave. Our star player receiver, Devontae Adams, clearly left. Max Crosby, everybody kept expecting him to get traded. Aiden Hutchins to go down there. Like, can he go to Detroit? He spent
that's
time
what I'm saying.
in Eastern Michigan. Can he go back to Michigan? So, yeah, it is. But, yeah, we kind of knew.
All right, but here's the question. And
that's unfortunate because you would think anybody would want more cracks added. You know what I mean? You and I have been doing this for 3 months. Somebody's, that ain't working out. Like, dang, give us a full run to see what we can build. So that part of it I know always sucks for coaches, that you feel like you usually don't hire a coach unless your team was stinks and it was a bad situation.
That's usually the case.
Right.
And we already gave you, like, when they moved off of Urban Meyer, that was, I mean, he was a big-time college coach.
Without a doubt, one of the best.
Paid him a lot of money,
years.
right? And it wasn't working out.
Nope.
Like, dude, no.